Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. I know you missed us. It's all right. Your captain is in the building, followed by our number one skipper. What's up, skipper?
Toot, toot, toot.
Calm down, Moose.
Moose. Tugboat.
Moose. Oh,
Tugboat.
My boy
Toot,
Moose.
toot.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you have been hearing it all day, all the rumblings on what is going on inside the Paradox. And I'm just going to let you know right now, we officially got picked up. We have a legitimate sponsor now. And, this show is being brought to you by none other than M&J Ecological. And if you are asking what they do, they handle all your pest removal in South Florida. And I know a lot of our fan base is in South Florida. So if you have any iguanas, lizards, snakes, rats, ex-girlfriends, kids you don't want anymore, call my guys over at M&J Ecological, and they will take care of all those problems for you. Man, we got to give a special thanks to Marcus at M&J Ecological. We thank you very much for taking us on and becoming our first sponsor. And this is very big for us. So we greatly appreciate it, sir. Chris, do you want to say thank you?
Thank you, Marcus. We greatly appreciate it.
Greatly appreciate it. Nah, man, this is going to be a fun ride. This is definitely taking our show to the very next level, and we cannot wait to show you guys what we have in store for you over the next couple months. I think we're going to get through November, December, and then starting in January, we are going to turn it on. We have some special guests coming on, and when I say special guests, I'm not just talking about just regular old people coming on. I'm talking about, we got some big names coming. So we're gonna get
we might come with some machine guns. We might come,
I don't know, man. It's getting a little tipsy. This might be the worst podcast ever. Have a beer and take your pants off, baby. Or we might just be like, hey, yo. But no, man, seriously, M&J,
we might smell what you're cooking. So
dude, calm the fuck down.
I'm reaching for that brass ring
and shove it up your ass. Nah, man, seriously, M&J Ecological is sponsoring our show now, so we greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. But we gotta jump right into it, man. And I have to ask, when they show the opening video package for AEW, and it's like boom and all that good shit, why is Brody Lee still holding the TNT title? That's one thing I give WWE. Anytime a champion changes, they switch up the promo videos right away. Right away, Brody Lee is holding the TNT title. And it's like, you're not the guy no more, but Cody's back. Daddy's boy.
Well, I mean, that's going to have to soon change too, isn't it?
I mean, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So that's my first complaint. This is just a fucking shit show complaint fest by my end. So sit back.
I can tell you the reason why last night's show did not tickle my pickle. They had some injuries, and this show was taped. Mm-hmm. There were some matches that you can tell were supposed to be on Dark and that were taped for Dark, and they were like factored in. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because no crowd was shot, in it.
A lot of fake crowd noise too. I felt like there was a lot of weird crowd noise.
Yeah, but we'll get into that. Because I think the Shawn Spears match was not supposed to happen on Dynamite.
Yeah. Well, when I say the fake crowd noise that I was hearing, it opened up right with MJF saying that if Wardlow wins the match or when Wardlow wins the title, then MJF is actually champion because Wardlow works for MJF and not Tony Khan. And then little buddy, Sammy Guevara, Spanish fly, Spanish guy, whatever you want to call him, he shows up and, he's fucking not feeling, MJF doesn't want him in inner circle. But then we find out Sammy sells Adderall to middle schoolers, which is really fucking just over the stuff. Like, it made me spit out my water. I was like, did he say that on TNT? Can you say that on TNT? I mean, I know they know drama, but that's like crazy shit.
Well, the funny thing is like today when you go on Twitter, on MJF's Twitter, it was a stick figure picture, and he was like, oh, look, I found Sammy's middle school picture, and it was a stick figure, and it just said A+, and it had a jacket, and it just said Adderall sticking out of it.
I love MJF. I don't know if you guys can tell. This guy is my fucking hero. And the fact that he calls everybody little buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Calm down, little buddy. Calm down, little buddy. It's just, oh. It makes me feel
we'll
so
get to that. We'll get to that because I have some theories on that. But let's start the show off.
All right, so let's
The
start
first
it off. Well, I
match.
did. That was the promo that opened the show.
Yeah,
I did start the show off. So we start off with Mr. Mayhem, which I really like that name for him, Mr. Mayhem Wardlow, versus Hangman Page. And this was an amazing match to start with. Very good match. This really set the show off, but the show kind of twickled a little bit. But this match really did what it was supposed to do. It only went about 12 minutes. You can't go long with Wardlow. He's still green, but he's looking great. He's looking better and better every week. I personally think he looks better than Dino dude, or I'm sorry, what's his name? Luchasaurus.
Yep.
I almost compare the two a little bit because they're both big men who do athletic shit, but Wardlow is surpassing Luchasaurus in the big man category.
Well, I think the only problem that I have with this match is it started in the middle quarter of the match. It was almost identical to the match that he had with Jungle Boy. How, he goes to the outside with the pull down rope, goes to the outside, Hangman dies on him. Jungle Boy did the same exact thing. It's just minus the power bomb into the post.
Yeah. Well, the Hangman diving part, Hangman's not a small guy.
No.
And for Wardlow to catch him, very nice catch. It was very beautiful. Right. So I give Wardlow a lot of credit. And to me, personally, I think that his senton bomb, that little senton thing, it looks better than Jeff Hardy's. He looks smooth going through the fucking air, bro. For a 260-pound guy doing that flip, he holds it, and then right at the end, he turns. He looks great doing it.
I think he always envisions like the crash pad on the mat. He's like, oh, please land on it. Please land on it. Please land on it.
What really got to me, and this is something that I don't like in wrestling, it's when wrestlers wait until like 9 3/4 to get back in the ring.
Yeah.
Like Hangman's
especially right at the beginning of the match. That's what bothered me.
Yeah, that was like so early. I'm like, how are you winded already, dude? Lay off the fucking beer.
Well, no, remember he got beat up in the outside. He got thrown through the guardrail, speared through the guardrail.
Yeah, the spear.
So they were he's selling the spear, but not at the beginning of the match. Move that towards the middle of the end.
I said it was so dramatic and unnecessary for him to be like, for Aubrey Edwards to get to 9 3/4 and he shoots in the ring.
Or if I was playing Booker,
well, you are.
I would have had a masked man attack him on the outside, then have him go 9 3/4 get into the ring.
There you go. Who's the masked man?
I don't know. Maybe a janitor or something. I don't know.
Are you referring to possibly a cleaner?
I don't know. Someone in the custodial field. Let's just say that, sir.
He did better work in Japan. That's what I heard.
Yeah. The mats were always clean.
What a knee slapper.
Or in the wrestling community, a thigh slapper.
Super kick. So they go, the match went all about 10 and a half minutes, 11 minutes. Paige picked up the victory and goes to the finals. And when Paige won this match, I don't want to jump ahead, but I kind of already knew.
Yeah, you already knew. Yep. Yeah.
I don't like it. Omega doesn't need it. I'm sorry. We'll wait. But he doesn't need it.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it. I have theories. Trust me, I have theories.
I don't want to do it no more.
I have theories. Remember I've been saying for the past month that I think an evil Bullet Club is coming back.
Looks like it.
Well, someone was erased from the roster at another company.
Wait. Who?
I think it's the guy that you're wearing his shirt.
Oh, yes. I heard about that. I saw that. I saw he got taken off their fucking Ring of Honor's roster.
And he's no longer in the office. He's no more writing, no more booking, no nothing. So I don't know if he asked for his release or because I know he was in that whole like speak out movement type bullshit, and but they had no evidence against him. So it was released last week or at the beginning of this week. It was Monday, I think it was, that they erased him from everything.
Do you remember when before AEW showed up, we all thought Marty Scurll was going to be in WWE?
Yeah, because that's where his
That
ex
was working.
girlfriend was. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm. mm, I don't want to admit it. AEW is doing something good for wrestling. However, I don't. There are certain things I do not like that are just like kind of itching me here and there. But we're gonna get into them. We'll get
Well, I
into
mean,
them.
they didn't have a scary movie character on their show last night.
Who AEW?
Yeah, NXT did. They had a guy in a scream mask.
Couldn't even tell you.
It was Halloween Havoc was last night.
Oh, Shotzi, you watched it?
No, I did not. I read it, and that's how it went off the air. I believe is a guy in a scream mask, and they're like, "Who's the mask man?" Yeah. Hey, by the way, our boy Pat McAfee though is back on NXT.
Is he?
Dude, you're not gonna believe who he's managing.
Wait, who? I'm completely disconnected from all of WWE at this point.
Is it Orkin and Birch?
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Really? I like that.
They won the tag team titles last week.
Orkin and Birch did?
Yes, he came out and in a steel mask, and he pushed Fandango off the top rope.
Could you
And
tell
then
it was him as he was running out? Could you be like, oh, that's McAfee?
no,
No? Wow.
and he had a hoodie on, and he had a steel mask, and he pulls it back, and it's him, and he's doing the whole UE thing, like like that. And then
Really?
I know we're not supposed to get into it. We're told we're not going to get into it, but last night they walk through, they get in the ring, and they're on the mic, and Kyle O'Reilly and Pete Dunne come running out to attack him. Yeah, Pete Dunne makes a comeback, and Pete Dunne turns on Kyle O'Reilly and joins McAfee, Birch, and what was it? No, it's
What's his name?
yeah,
Tony Larkin.
Larkin. Yeah.
Here, we're the assholes. We don't watch the show. I mean, obviously, he gets bits and pieces of it, but we don't watch the show. And the thing is one of my customers at my job works directly at WWE, has direct contact with Vince McMahon, listens to our show. Like, she has 3-hour drive. She lives down here and drives to Orlando, and she has direct contact with McMahon. And it's like she listens to our show and hears us shit on WWE. And I have to answer to her when she comes in, and I'm like, I'm sorry. It's just like it's not a good product right now.
No, it's not. I mean, you had the hottest thing in the past 2 months in Retribution, and now they can't win a match.
Dude, I don't fucking like. When it all happened, and I thought when Ali took over, I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. This is perfect for them. And then nothing turned. The Hurt Business is squashing them now every week, and T-Bar looks like a fucking retard.
Yeah, and you look at like after Hell in a Cell, I saw something, and it was 10 years ago. It's almost the same exact date. Randy Orton won the belt, and Miz won Money in the Bank.
Yeah, and it's on the same exact date for whatchamacallit, SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna be, they're saying Miz is supposed to cash in again and that whole thing. So, but we'll see how that goes. But anyway, back to what we're here for, and that is AEW. And then we move in after Paige picks up the win with 2 buckshot lariats, which are just absolute garbage. Or just he's jumping over the top rope, which takes more energy, and hits him with a lariat.
You don't know the laws of physics, okay? It's momentum.
Really? You're going to give me laws of physics? I'm the one who hates the Canadian Destroyer. That's not law of physics. It doesn't work like that.
It's the laws of physics, sir.
You can't spell physics.
Yes, I can.
Go ahead.
I don't want to right now.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so we do a promo. Mox's promo on Eddie Kingston not deserving to be in AEW. What'd you think of the promo? Did you like it?
I did.
You did? Okay. Yeah. Gave it a little realism to it.
Yeah, I mean, especially when he's talking about like when he moves up to try to better himself and his family, and and everything like that. He's still poking shots and poking jabs at WWE and everything like that. So,
yeah, I do like how they always call him like the land of entertainers or shit like that. It's funny. It's fun. So, But at the end, tells Eddie, protect your neck, Eddie. Protect your neck. Oh, I got into an argument this weekend. All right, so for everybody who doesn't know, I went to CCW in Nashville. I watched the homicidal, genocidal, suicidal Sabu take on the Breakneck Kid, Alex Ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And while I was there, somebody had brought up Jimmy Havoc. And I said, Danny Havoc is better than Jimmy Havoc, or was better than Jimmy Havoc.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody argued with me and said I was wrong. It's like, are you retarded? Like, how do you take that fucking guy who paints his fingernails and dresses like Mercedes Martinez and compares him to one of the baddest fucking backyard hardcore wrestlers ever? I don't get it. I don't get it. And I wasn't even a huge like that type of wrestling. I'm not a big deathmatch fan. You're a bigger deathmatch fan than I am. But knowing who Danny Havoc was, like, that guy was a monster.
Yeah, no.
He was great. And he was so young getting into it. He was 18 when he got into that shit. You know?
That's why he had to get out early.
Yeah. His last match was with Alex Colon, wasn't it?
Yep.
That's very big. And for Ocean to have that match with Colon. Now, was that Colon's first match back since?
No.
No? Okay. I wasn't sure.
No. But he put Ocean put Cologne in the hospital. I can tell you that.
I asked Ocean about that, and he was like, I didn't even know.
Yeah, he didn't.
I was like, dude, you put Cologne in the hospital, right? He's like, what? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, no, I didn't. I was like, yeah, dude. He went to the hospital after that match. He's like, I had no idea. I was like, what do you guys just fucking kill each other then leave? Like, Jesus, how do you not know you put somebody in a hospital? Over here, Vic Grimes and New Jack. Jesus, he's gonna come back and kill you. Anyway, so we move on. But before we move on, don't you guys forget we are sponsored by M&J Ecological. Get rid of all your pest control, iguanas, snakes, scorpions, whatever the fuck you got in South Florida. It's crazy down here. Make sure you guys call M&J Ecological to handle all your problems there. I'll get you guys the phone number.
Ring rats.
Will Austin, line 1. Will Austin, line 1. Go ahead, man. Take over. What do you got here? It's Eddie Kingston versus Matt Sydal, the guy who falls on turnbuckles.
My gosh. Like, I understand why they did this, but why do you make Matt Sydal look so weak? Yeah.
Third eye, bro.
Matt Sydal is such a good wrestler, dude, and it's just like they could have done this with anybody else.
Angelico. They could have put Angelico out there, same exact match.
Yeah, man. Like,
I'm serious. Angelico, Jack Evans, somebody like that, this match would have been exactly the same. But I understand it because they wanted that, like, I don't know, to feed off of the Casino Battle Royale match. And Matt Sydal was the Joker. Eddie Kingston was never eliminated. What's up, Lance? Things like that. They wanted to play that match. It could have been anybody else that run that match, but
Griff Garrison.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah, I mean, anybody.
Can Alex Ocean please stick a fucking skewer in that guy's head? Jesus, or at least a Nerf gun.
Yeah. my son's a pro at that. Like,
he just walks out like that.
Fucking
cracked me up, man, when you said that outside. But Eddie cuts his promo on Mox before the match even starts, and he's basically saying how Mox is never out there and things like that. I kind of slacked last week getting ready for Nashville. Can you explain Bunny QT Marshall credit cards to me? Did you see this? Bunny left QT Marshall after maxing out all his credit cards. I slacked last week. Sorry, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I was busy getting ready for Nashville and CCW. I missed the storyline completely. How did she go back to that Eddie Kingston family?
Well, she just basically played off like she was using QT for his credit cards, maxed out all his credit cards. And now she's back with.
Great. My drunk uncle is broke again.
Well, I'm glad. Did you at least watch last week or no?
I caught bits and pieces. I'm not gonna lie, man. I was busy. Busy. You know?
Did you watch the Dinner Debonair?
Not yet.
Dude, it is the best 6 minutes
I heard
5 seconds
it was
ever.
great. Yeah.
Ever. It's a fucking musical. It's a 6 minute musical.
Really?
Yeah. Jericho and MJF sing and they dance. It is the funniest thing. But
I gotta catch it.
the only reason I bring it up is there was actually a scary situation that happened in the ring with Alex Reynolds in the 4-way match.
Okay. What happened?
They had him, Private Party had him laying in the middle of the ring, and they did their like leg drop and splash.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at the last second, Reynolds like tensed up and like moved his head. And when he moved his head, the leg drop caught him across the side of the face, and he was knocked unconscious.
I did read something about that. Someone going unconscious. I just didn't get the open article. But
Yeah,
damn, that sucks, man.
he got knocked unconscious, and you can see his arms were like stuck, stiff, like out. But and
Did they get the quick? Did they get the quick pin and he was out? That was it.
No, it wasn't an elimination match. It's happened like in the first quarter of the match. So what Blade did was like drag him to the corner and tag him, but he stayed in the corner. Now the problem, like I read a lot of people saying like, oh, that's you know unprofessional for the wrestlers to do that. The referee, it's not, it's you have to go back and you have to watch Alex Reynolds like other wrestling matches other than AEW is. He always did that. He always just laid there or like a hard sell or something like that. So when they see that, they think it's normal for him.
Yeah.
But when he gets up, he goes to take a bulldog DDT from one of the Bucks, and you could see he was on Dream Street, like he was out.
Well, it's like when refs throw up the X and then they keep fighting afterwards. Like it's like that's that line that's blurred now, because they did that at Nashville in the Marina Tucker match. They threw up the X for the girl that Marina Tucker was fighting, and like even like Bugs Mahone came down next to me and he was like, "Was that legit? Like she's hurt, or is this a sell or work?" And nobody knew. And then Marina Tucker starts attacking the girl again. And it's like, come on, you can't, because even the wrestlers in the back, Bugs walks up and he's like, what happened here? Is this a work sell? Like, what's going on? And I'm sorry, did I say something? Threw down your shit pretty fucking tough there, pal.
Sorry, my phone slipped out of my hand.
Not used to holding big things.
Yeah. It's actually pretty small.
Yeah.
How about the phone?
But, yeah. But no, Bugs came down and he was like, like, I don't know if this is a work or a shoot. And when you even got the wrestlers asking in the back, it's a weird thing, So
yeah, no, you can see he was on Dream Street, so it was kind of, I don't know. And then I guess they taped last week, and Abaddon was on the show, and she took an elbow to the throat.
I heard, yeah, I saw that, yeah.
And that's the reason why I think the Shawn Spears VSK match was supposed to be on Dark. So,
yeah, it was a weird match. I don't know. Why is Shawn Spears 15-2?
A lot of dark matches.
A lot of dark matches, dude. Dark is basically fucking Thunder at this point. Or what was it? WCW Saturday Night Live?
Wow.
Whoa. What is going on right now? Are you there?
I just want to know. Yeah, I'm here. There we go. Your connection was a little off there.
I'll give you a connection.
Just want to know why does Shawn Spears look like Alex Wright? Like on the later years.
I don't know, man. These guys just look like they're going to shit.
Das Wonder Kid.
Yeah. So anyway, back to the match. Seidel gets on top of Kingston. Majority of the match was at least the beginning. And then they go to commercial because, every match in this fucking show has a picture-in-picture. And then basically Eddie uses the bulldog choke. Taps him out. But then he's like saying, "Say I quit, Mox. Say I
Right,
quit,
and it
Mox."
makes him say, "I quit."
Yeah, and then he's like, "I'm sorry, Mox. I'm sorry." Like he's like going into this like delusional spot here. Oh shit. That's all right. I'll do some editing. We're good. You there? You're
Yeah, your
there.
connections. Your connection's coming back now.
All right, cool. I'll do some editing. Anyway, take over on this Bucks and FTR
Yeah,
promo, please.
you're janky again now.
Ah, Jesus.
You, you're janky right now.
You're janky.
So what we got is you have the Bucks sitting down with Excalibur in one room, and in another room you have the tag team champs, FTR and Tully, and it was basically just a Bucks interview with Excalibur, and FTR was on the screen,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
Bucks the Bucks say that if they don't win, they'll never vow for the tag team titles ever again.
Does this storyline ever get old with AEW?
No, but this goes back to my another theory of mine that they're going to be coming out with a 3-man belt.
You don't think the Bucks are going to win at Full Gear?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Like AEW's like, oh, Cody's never challenging for the title. Bucks are never challenging for titles. It's like, dude, can we get past these never challenging again title things?
Yeah, and then FTR says, "Hey, Excalibur, what about us? We're the champs. You're gonna talk? No, you know what? We're done with you." They just get up and just walk out.
Who was the person? Can you hear me good? Are we good now?
Yep.
Okay. Who was the person? Because I kind of I was writing some shit down on my phone and I heard somebody say it. I couldn't tell who when they were like, yeah, we know. We got you the job. You're our friend or something, or you're friends or something like that. Somebody said that. Was it FTR who said that to
No,
Excalibur?
no, it was the Bucks said it to Excalibur.
The Bucks said it to Excalibur. Okay,
Mhm.
so they're just acknowledging what everybody's talking shit about. You get all your friends the jobs and everything else.
I think it was more of a It was more again. It's another being the elite thing because they go off of they read the dirt sheets and how everyone's got the job, and everything like that. Blah blah blah.
Of course,
And
yeah.
so it's just like an ongoing comic thing.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. The interview was good because they fucking went. They had a FTR walk out, so that's always like the heel thing. The thing I don't like is now you have FTR and Young Bucks who are both heel.
Right.
Is Young Bucks coming out of the heel tunnel now?
Well, that was another thing that on being the elite this past week, they were standing in the back, behind the tunnel, and Matt wanted to go through the heel tunnel. He goes, like, I want to go through that one. And Nick was like, no, we got to go through this one. And it was like, I don't
They
know.
should each come out of one and meet. Like we're heels,
Honestly,
but we're not.
yeah.
We're heels, but we're not. Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just waiting for the day Cody walks out of that heel tunnel. That would be great.
Well, that's the reason why he comes through the middle. Like, sometimes he comes through the middle.
Yeah, and the thing is with that whole thing is like, wasn't Cody showing some heel tendencies for a while there, and then that stopped, and now
That's why I think he started coming through the middle like that because he can toe both sides.
yeah, which he does. He does that pretty well. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a new age John Cena. He's such a face that he's a heel. You know what I'm saying?
He's kind of like Jericho and MJF.
Yeah. Well, Jericho's a hidden face. Let's just be honest. And I honestly think that the inner circle, after we get done talking about what we're talking about next,
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm going right into this.
please.
The Jericho and MJF town hall segment is up next, and they had Luchasaurus asking about the earnings for dinosaurs to MJF.
I called him Dino Dick, by the way. Not even Lucius. He's Dino Dick.
And then the next one was Britt Baker and Reba asking about Jericho wanting to know if he can trust MJF because he has a bad track record with friends. Then the next one was Peter Avalon just asking Chris Jericho if he can join the Inner Circle. And then the last was Eric Bischoff asking a series of questions to MJF.
Eric B, sir. Eric B from Wyoming.
Yeah. So I have a theory. I think the Inner Circle turns on Jericho.
I wasn't going that far. I said Inner Circle turn face. That's where I was at it.
I see the Inner Circle turn on Jericho, and because he lost to OC, he's lost the belt, he's lost everything that he built Inner Circle on, and that they can see that they can latch on to MJF, and that would be their workhorse.
Well, next week we're getting MJF and Wardlow versus Sammy and
Santana.
Ortiz.
Ortiz.
Yeah.
He's the little one.
Yeah. I know because I don't follow Ortiz on Instagram. I only follow Santana.
Mm-hmm.
I used to like Ortiz, man, and then I don't know, it's just something it just doesn't do it for me anymore.
But I think they turn on him, and then that starts a feud with MJF and Jericho, kind of like the Jericho Orange Cassidy thing, you know.
Are we gonna end up getting Sammy G versus Chris J?
I mean, you might battle of the consonants. So
battle of the what?
Consonants.
Spell it.
Consonants.
I don't wanna.
I don't want it right now.
I don't want it right now. It's boring.
Words.
Fuck words. All right, so next we move into I don't even want to talk. It's your match. Go ahead.
Actually, wasn't a fan of it.
Or you not? Now I'm gonna get everything out really quick, and then
I don't understand the lumberjack gimmick.
Okay, so here's my thing. I got a few things to say about this match. Okay, first things first. When Cody falls into Best Friends, he falls like a princess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I fell.
Mm-hmm.
He does that, right? And then when Trent hits Cody in the back of the fucking head, and Dustin just goes, what? And walks away. Why?
Well, didn't they drop him? Didn't they drop him too?
They dropped him, yeah. And then they
picked him up and they put him in the ring and they hit him. Yeah.
Yeah, then he hit him. And Dustin just kind of stared at it, bro. I was like, why is Dustin just sitting there and watching this happen? Your brother just got punched in the head, bro. Fucking your dad's upset. Fucking turn around and beat the shit out of Trent.
Like, what I don't understand is, like, I understand it's Dark Order on one side, but Dark Order's not even in the match.
Not one bit. Yeah, but they have been tied into this Orange Cassidy thing. And they have. Yeah,
but they're not in the match. So what I would have had was, if you're gonna have a lumberjack match, have lumberjacks on each side to keep Dark Order from interfering in the match.
Yeah.
You know,
it was their faces and heels in AEW are very blurring the line. Because to me, I know Dark Order's a heel, stable. Speaking of which, we had no Brody Lee this show at all. But it's like John Silver to me is the greatest thing in AEW right now. I love John Silver. He's just everywhere. I love that shit. I love every bit of it. But anyway, back to where I was getting. When Dark Order tries to attack Cody, Dustin comes running over there. It's like, why the fuck didn't you just punch Trent in the mouth, but you want to run over there, act like you're going to do something to Dark Order? You know, and I don't know. And then there was a spot where OC, why am I calling him OC? I don't even like this fucking guy. Orange Cassidy gets up on the top rope, and they do a superplex. Cody does a superplex. Did you notice that Billy Gunn just kind of walked away? He was like, I'm not being part of that shit. Because they all set up. You can see Lucha. You can see Dino Dick. That's what I'm going to call him. He's running around. He's like, everybody, come on, get in here. And then they all fucking do the superplex.
No, Jake Roberts wasn't out there.
Sorry, it's my horrible dinosaur impression.
I need just audio, just clip from that, and then like I'll just make a gif of it and just keep it going. You're just like rah, rah.
Mark the time.
Because first off, it was like, I didn't know Jake Roberts was a lumberjack. He's like, hey, man, come on. We got to catch these guys. Come on.
No, man, it was just the way Lucha was walking around. He's like, come on, everybody. Come on. Get in here. Get in here. And then Billy Gunn's like, no. Just walked away. I literally wound it. I'm like, did Billy Gunn just kind of like fuck you guys and walked away? And he did. He grabbed this kid. He's like, we're not part of this shit.
He pulled the Eric Cartman from South Park. He's like, screw you guys, I'm going home.
Going home. So anyway, so towards the end of the match, Cody no-sells a super kick, which was great, obviously. And then Silver gets in the ring, hits the pump kick on Cassidy. Cody hits the crossroad. Cody wins. Cody doesn't know Silver hit the pump kick. That's what they're going on the storyline right now. Can I ask you why? We got Darby in the Sting area, just hanging out and above, knockoff Sting. Speaking of, did you see Fat Sting break his fucking legs this weekend?
Yes.
Holy fuck, dude. He had his legs amputated.
Did he really?
They had to cut him off. That's what I heard. That's what I read on Twitter. They had to cut him off. Once you do that shit, if you haven't seen, Google Fat Sting breaks legs.
Well, okay, like
you come out to the Wolfpack music and go, whoa, you deserve it.
Well, not only that, but you're wrestling on cinder blocks. Wasn't even like a wooden ring. It was the cinder blocks.
There was some people like broke it down on why it happened. And I guess, first of all, he has no lower body. And second of all, when he came down, he like landed on his heels. If you like zoom in, he lands on his heels and just snaps his legs back. It's fucking disgusting. Somebody messaged me and goes, yo, were you at this event? And I was like, don't you dare disrespect CCW. I was like, no, I was not there. I wish I was. The referee just walked up. He was like, dude, are you okay?
I thought you were supposed to be Fat Sting, not Gumby.
Yeah, dude. It's fucking late. And then he just laid. Oh, my God. I got to stop talking about it.
But you want to know what? If you haven't watched the David Arquette movie, it almost looks like the same where he trained for the death match, with Nick Gage. That's where he trained at. It almost looked exactly like that. So, I don't know.
Anyway, so Cody wins after John Silver hits the pump kick. And
they're putting him 6 feet under. They're putting him 2 feet.
Seriously, man.
Stand your ground.
Don't stop. We're not talking about Doug right now, okay?
Who wins in a foot race, Doug or that guy?
I gotta go, Doug. Doug still has his feet.
No wheels.
No wheels.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Doug can help that guy out. He knows a good used car salesman, so
can I ask
give him some wheels?
Yeah, right. I'm not a used car salesman, you dick. I work in service. Hey, can I ask you a question? First of all, they called him Billy and Austin Gunn, which was really cool because they get the Billy Gunn in there. But why was Billy the last guy standing in the ring, of all people?
I don't know. Like I said, I didn't like it. But did you see that yesterday they approved the trademark for AEW video game? The disc, the inside cover, the book, and all the trademarks for the software and everything like that.
And Billy Gunn's on the cover. That'll be awesome.
Man. I'll be first in line for that.
Do you think he just calls Road Dogg and he's like, yeah, it's pretty cool over here, man. It's pretty cool. They have to still talk, right?
Have you seen Road Dogg lately?
No. He's like this Christian father, though. He's like this straight edge guy now.
Yeah, ever since he got off the booze and the drugs, he's gained the weight that we've lost.
Yeah. Looks like Brendan Fraser.
Great analogy.
Road Dogg literally is like telling people, yeah, you guys remember when I used to do like cocaine and pills and drinking?
Don't do that.
I don't get it. So anyway, Don't forget this show is sponsored by M&J Ecological for all your pest, reptile, and children removal. Make sure you guys call my buddy Marcus over at M&J Ecological. Servicing South Florida, coming to a city near you soon. So we move on to Miro and Kip Sabian giving best friends a gift in the back. And then we see your girl, your future ex-wife, Penelope Ford, comes over and just gives him the, your thumb is too high, bro. You're not sticking it up in my ass right now. You're just using, there you go. So anyway, Ford gives him the, and then
that was the hottest Orange Cassidy I've ever seen in my life.
I wanted to bang Orange Cassidy so hard last night after seeing that.
All right, I got to timestamp that and take that.
Okay. Mark. Gay. So anyway,
yes. So you got the crowd behind me. Yes.
So Ford dresses OC. I have a boner. And then basically what happens is they attack Miro, and Miro goes, "I never forgive you. I never say sorry." And was that a good Miro impression? Man, I miss you, bro. We didn't do a show last week at all.
I don't think anybody from Bulgaria sounds like a Russian from
I missed you. So anyway, so they
like
attack him.
Drunk homeless guy.
You see these guns, baby? I've been working out and I'm like, stop. Neck is huge. It's the steroids I'm on lately. So anyway, so we move into Serena. Oh, they attack. They attack best friends in the back. Trent got thrown against the goddamn wall pretty fucking hard. He looked like he took that bump legit. And then they open up the present that they got them. Oh, and by the way, the best part was Ford going trick or treat. And then they go treat. Boom, hit them. That was great. And they opened up the present that they got them, and it was the board to the, what was it, Pac-Man?
No, it's for all you gamers out there, it's a controller pad, and you can get it. You know, it'll hook up to anything.
Yeah. So I don't know what game it was to though. They kept saying the name, and I didn't get it.
No. They named it. I think they named it like Paul or Phil or something like that. And what it is, it's a USB connector, and it plugs in, and you can play it like an old school like arcade cabinet.
Yeah, gotcha. So then we move into our next match of Serena Deeb, which is the new NWA champ. She won it in LA Tuesday night and jumped on the flight. And it's funny because Thunder Rosa's face was still on the title because they didn't get, because in NWA for the women's championships they put the faces of the winners, which is really cool. I actually like that idea a lot.
But this was taped last week.
Yeah. Did you see what Thunder Rosa posted
today? Yes.
We're on her thigh. Yeah, it was kind of hot. She showed an ass cheek, but it said AEW question mark underneath that. It said NWA question mark, and then underneath that it said WWE question mark. I think we can take WWE out of there. That's not going to happen. She should have put TNA on there as well. I think that would have been kind of cool. Impact.
Well, the problem is there was a lot of buzz from WWE to try to get her. She released a really personal tweet today. It was something like, "No one can. It's my professional beliefs. It's my professional, decision, and everything like that." Blah blah blah. Because I guess people were ridiculing her that she didn't defend the title on TV.
And that's what I was thinking. That's another reason I think that she's not going to be in AEW, because why wouldn't you lose that title on TV?
Well, I mean, technically, she's not an AEW wrestler.
Yeah, but I think we're going to be hearing soon that NWA is signing some type of contract sharing wrestlers with AEW, and I think that's going to tie NWA and AEW together. Isn't that what WCW did? They had WCW and NWA kind of together a little bit.
No, well, NWA was first, and WCW bought NWA out.
That's the thing. NWA never had the money to kind of be this big promotion, so they always kind of just tagged along like the minnows do on Sharks.
Mm-hmm.
and kind of just
Well, NWA is based in Georgia. That's where AEW is basically based. Um,
yeah.
you know, uh, but it also, I mean, Impact's based in Tennessee, so
Impact's
it's
based in Tennessee.
mhm.
Oh wow, dude, I didn't know this, but that's like CCW's second home
Yeah.
is Tennessee. Yeah. I gotta tell you something.
You gotta
First
tell
of
me
all,
The Shoney's thing.
oh, so when I was a kid, Shoney's was. Do you want to get into this right now? We have a little time, right?
Yeah, we have plenty of time.
Yeah, people are watching.
We didn't do a
So,
show last week, so we gotta do doubles. We gotta do a 3 hour show tonight.
so I'm talking of Shoney's the whole week, right? The whole week. I'm all excited. I'm like, dude, there's a Shoney's in Tennessee. I'm so excited. Explain to Sam, Shoney's is the shit. I love Shoney's.
I'm
You
very
remember how
disappointed she doesn't know what Shoney's is.
she's heard of it, but she's
Mm.
never been. And like I was showing her commercials, old pictures of Shoney's. I said, babe, look at this. This is amazing. It's the best breakfast you're ever gonna get. Bro, they're biscuits and gravy. You know how there's pieces of sausage and no sausage at all. It's just white cream on top of biscuits at this point. It's the French toast that you break out of bags in the freezer. It's powdered eggs now. Sam walked in. Sam looked and Sam goes, nope. Turns around, tried to walk out. I was like, babe, it was so much better. I swear. Let's try it first, right? We eat it. The French toast sticks, which used to be homemade, no longer homemade. It is literally the shit that you break out of a bag,
Mm-hmm.
back of your freezer for 10 years. And you're like, oh, I still have it. I'll try them. You know, she hated it. Hated it. And apparently Alex Ocean hated it too. Because Botavian was talking it up all weekend and they went Sunday morning and Alex hated it. He was like, I never want to fucking eat at this place. So I'm posting on Facebook and I'm like, doesn't people remember Shoney's? And everybody's like, yeah, it was fire. It was fire. And I'm like, not anymore. It's trash.
Yeah, yeah, the only thing I remember about them is their bacon. Like when it first came out, was really crispy, but then when it got to the bottom, it was like really like stringy and like fatty. I remember their eggs being really runny. Um, yeah, I don't remember much about it. I mean, it was good, but
It was like that nostalgia. It tastes like nostalgia.
I
You
think
know
we
what I
just,
mean?
I think we were just like fat 9 year olds that just thought it was really good.
Speak for yourself. I was in great
Because,
shape at 9. It was
because
14 that everything went downhill.
okay, well, 13, 14 year old Joey is like, getting, eating pounds of runny eggs and
Fuck you, dude.
no, I remember what it was. Their sausage patties were really good because they were spicy disc.
Not even on the menu anymore.
Oh,
No, I was like, you guys sell sausage? And they're like, no, we don't have any today. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. This guy was serving the food to us, bro, and he had like one tooth missing. I think I saw it in the eggs.
should have gave it back to him.
So anyway, we got to get into this match of Serena Deeb because I need to tell you, did you see the records between the two girls?
Oh, there was two girls wrestling?
Yeah, one's 1-2. That's Serena Deeb. The other one's 0-1.
Yeah.
So between the two, we're having an NWA which is an NWA title match, I believe it was, of two competitors with the record that's combined of 1-3.
Yeah. I mean, that's legit, right?
So anyway, so Deeb gets the win. I'm putting a W in that name. It's fucking dweeb now, you dweeb.
She does have a reigning body, though. She has a really good body.
Oh, she does, definitely. I jerked off to it 3 times while we were sitting here talking about her. So anyway, and then everything went soft and flaccid for me after Sheeta cuts a promo on Nyla Rose going, me, you, full gear.
You want me at full gear?
Well, I want you
at full gear.
You sound like Raiden from Mortal Kombat.
Dun, 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 dun.
So anyway,
This is racist.
You're racist. We move into Spears with Tully versus VSK.
It was
Quick
Das
C4.
Wonder Kid. It was Das Wonder Kid versus and Tully Blanchard versus VSK, which you can say whatever that acronym is you want. vehicular
Very,
substance killer. I don't know. Um, yeah, the match went all of 5 seconds.
very stupid
Kid,
kid.
very
All right,
stupid kid.
there you go. Hits a quick C4, aka Death Valley Driver. Spears
Right.
wins. So Spears goes out to the crowd, grabs this guy in a mask, and oh
It's a
my god,
bull. It's a bull.
who, who, who did we think it was under the bull costume? Oh, it's just a bunch of
Well,
bullshit.
he didn't pull him out. He didn't go right to him. The bull was throwing candy at him.
Nah. Okay. Did you not know it was not Scorpio Sky? Did you not know it was Scorpio
Oh,
Sky?
I was very surprised.
What?
I didn't know who it was.
Chris, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Who
I know. I'm joking.
Who were we talking? OC. Wasn't it supposed to be OC in that position with Jericho? Who was it supposed to be that we said was going to be under the mask and somebody would grab him and turn around and be like, oh my God, it's him?
Yeah,
We
I think I
mentioned
said
this.
that.
We did
Yeah.
this.
I think I did say that. Yeah.
Another fucking event. God damn. By the way, this show has been sponsored by Cody Rhodes. Make sure you guys
We
call
picked
him.
up another sponsor. What?
Yes. Aubrey Edwards is crying in the crowd right now.
Is she right there? I
There,
think it's
right
her
there.
right there.
No,
Right.
it's the one down. There it is. Right there. No, up. Right there.
Yellow sign.
Yellow sign. That's Aubrey
There
Edwards.
we go. Yep, that's
So Scorpio Sky comes out, attacks, hits him with the TKO, and basically backs down the old man, and that's about it.
Hey, you know what's great is those two finishers, the C4 from I don't know where they got the name C4 from, but Death Valley Driver was made famous by Tommy Dreamer and Louis Spicoli. The TKO was made famous by Mark Marrow. So that's like old homages to,
Poor
guys.
Mark Marrow. He came in. Mark Marrow signed a $2 million contract. The day before he signed that $2 million contract, WWF signed Mick Foley for a 15-day contract or 15-show contract, and it was like $2,000 per show, or it's not even that number. And then you have Mark Marrow come in, get signed to like a $2 million deal, which was unheard of, or some crazy. Sorry, it might not be $2 million. Some asshole's gonna go on our Facebook and be like, "It wasn't $2 million, you jackass. It was 200,000, whatever." All right, I don't care. But anyway, so you have Mark Marrow getting paid more than Mick Foley, and Mark Marrow doesn't shine at all. It's strictly the Sable show.
Well, I think the biggest problem with that, though, is with Mark Marrow is remember the time they signed him, but then they had Dan Severn, you had Ken Shamrock, and you signed Steve Blackman all at the same time.
Yeah, it's rough. A boxer cannot beat a Ultimate Fighter.
Right. Like, which one of these things is not like the other, And,
Exactly.
and Dan Severn and Ken Shamrock were the shoot fighters.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, they're both still wrestling now. Dan Severn and Ken Shamrock are still wrestling now.
It's so funny. I was listening to my boy Jim Cornette. Is he still in your basement?
No, I've got people sleeping in my house, so.
Shut up, Jim. Anyway, no.
Put a rat trap between your legs.
I was listening to Jim Cornette the other day, and he was talking about the Brawl for All and how Ken Shamrock was like, no, I'm not doing that shit. They wanted Ken Shamrock in it for legitimacy. And he's like, no. He's like, what the fuck? I'm a real fighter, dude. If I go out there and get hurt, I can't make money. And he's like, someone's going to fucking hurt somebody out there. And he knew. He was smart. He protected his character. Because you look at someone like Dan Severn, who got knocked out, or who else got knocked out?
Savio Vega, Godfather.
Dr. Death got knocked out. Like, these are all badass dudes getting knocked out. Ken Shamrock was like, yeah, dude, nobody's going to get a lucky punch on me and knock me the fuck out and make me look like a bitch. Because if you remember, Dan Severn's career went like this afterwards. Well, now he's doing well because he's past all that shit. But at the time being, Dan Severn went like this. Dr. Death went like this. Like, that tournament was built around Dr. Death.
I mean, I'm thinking, like, I mean, Dr. Death got sick like shortly after that.
But the thing was, if you remember correctly or not, but Dr. Death that tournament was built for Dr. Death to win and then go head up with Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Go head up with Stone Cold. But he got knocked the fuck out by that mean left hook by the man Bart Gunn, the baddest left hand in the business. And then they were like, "Oh, Bart Gunn won, butter bean."
Right.
You just fucking knocked this guy out at WrestleMania. I never understood that. Until I watched Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah, you know what's crazy though? Is you had like Hawk in it, and he didn't he fight Draws?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a guy that has a substance abuse problem fighting against the guy in a motorized wheelchair.
I just spit out my water. You can't do that. It's on my phone. What is wrong with you, man? We have a sponsor now. Jesus Christ. People watch this show. We are important. You can't say things like that. I'm done. Falcons are winning 16-14, if anybody cares. Chris, before we move into this last
one. Then you had Godfather. Godfather was actually
God,
legit.
You're back on this? I can't do this with you.
Well, no, the Godfather was a legit badass because he was an old
bouncer.
No,
he was at strip clubs.
No, he was at Golden Gloves too, just like Mark Mero.
Oh yeah. Who else was a Golden Glove fighter that was in WWE? Elijah, what the fuck was his name?
Elijah Burke.
Elijah Burke was a Gold Glove fighter.
Who is the Pope?
The Pope, yes. Is he still in TNA?
No, he does like independence. He's not with TNA anymore.
Oh, maybe CCW might like.
What was his name? De Niro? Was it Pope Donovan De Niro? I think it was, or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a really white name. Pope Donovan De Niro. Where's that guy from? Sicily? Jesus.
Yeah, he laid on the beach a long time.
Yeah, a little too long. All right, so what was I gonna say?
Last match.
Oh, no, but before we go into this last match, fuck it, last match, I forgot. Anyway, what did you think of the match? Because I personally liked the match. I thought it was very good. It was very. I thought that there were some spots that Kenny kind of pissed me off in, but there were other spots where I was like, "Oh shit!" You know, I was like, "All right, I'm glued. I have to watch it."
I think it started off very well on how Kenny can work a match at the beginning with the whole chops and the shirt being on, and then he pulls up and he's got the title. I think that's fucking pretty dope. Pretty dope. I think that's really, really good storyline.
I didn't make it in the basket, if anybody's wondering.
No, I heard it bounce.
Anyway, no, I actually like this match a lot. I would love.
I can do that too. Watch. Hey, kid in the fourth row.
You just hit Aubrey Edwards.
No, I hit the bull. I hit the bull right there from AEW. That's Scorpio.
Scorpio. Griff Garrison, he's up there in the top right.
Yeah, he is. Dino Dick is up there too somewhere.
Dino Dick. Dino Douche. Should we call him Douche or Dick?
Yeah. Douche smells better.
Yeah, Dino Douche. So anyway, Penta kicking out of the powerbomb V trigger was very nice. I like how that played out. And then another V trigger happened, and then Penta fought out of the one winged angel. Like anytime this match was about to end, there was a moment there where I thought they were going to give it to Penta. And I was very excited for that because I'm like, okay, this is working how I said it should be booked. And Cody's listening to the right fat guy. That Omega doesn't need to fucking win. Spoiler alert, Omega won. So I don't know. I was on the edge of my seat.
Storylines
coming. Edge of my seat. I thought Pence was going to win.
Storylines coming full circle.
You know what I would have done? Have Penta win that match, and then have Eddie Kingston win the title after Penta wins the whole fucking tournament. How fucking crazy would that have been?
No.
God,
Here's my thing though. Now,
head fucking Booker right here.
here's my thing. If Kingston does win the title, I mean, how good of a match are you actually going to have with either Hangman Adam Page and Omega versus Kingston? That's why I think Mox keeps the belt.
You know, I don't know, man. I just want a fucking curveball with this show.
Right. No, I
I feel like
understand.
we can predict every fucking match that comes on. When was the last time you've been legitimately surprised by AEW? Can you give me like a legitimate, oh my God, did that just happen?
Oh, yes, I can. At Full Gear, there's a match that I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. It's was it the entire deletion match between Matt Hardy and Sammy Guevara? Like, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that's happening. Can't believe someone didn't predict that.
All right, so let's be adults this time. Has there been a moment in AEW where like, holy shit, that guy won? No.
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
Please, do tell.
When the Young Bucks lost to Private Party in the first round of the tag team tournament.
Okay, I did not see that coming. But
In the first match of the tournament, they lost.
yeah, okay. Oh yeah. Okay, not this most recent tournament. You're talking about when AEW first started.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I give you that. All right. Yeah. Okay. Good job. Way to grow up and take one for the team. So anyway, yo, close out this match, man. Tell us what the fuck happened. I know you were all excited for Kenny and shit.
I mean,
You there? Hello?
yeah, it's. I mean,
Hello?
the reason why is storylines coming full circle and storylines starting up. That's all. That's all the reason why Kenny went.
You know, and that's the good thing that AEW does do is they always end with a big storyline, or they end. Wasn't it, there was one week that they started a show ending a storyline or starting a new storyline, but then they ended the show ending a storyline. It was a street brawl with
Mm-hmm.
the parking lot brawl with Best Friends and Santana Ortiz. They ended that storyline, but they were starting another. They're good at that. They're good at carrying storylines through. I feel like with WWE, shit just kind of dies out and drifts away.
Well, it's yeah. That's. I mean, look, they had the street, the backlot brawl or whatever, parking lot brawl, and then the next week you have the Miro Sabian.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's, it's not reused storylines basically.
So it's basically not my condom in college.
I didn't even know
Reused.
you went, so that condom must have been stayed in your wallet the whole time.
I put a pin on it and I put it on the dash.
Explains a lot.
Yep. Hi, Roman. So Omega and Hangman will be facing each other at Full Gear. Winner gets the shot against either Mox or Eddie Kingston.
But now answer my question though, like, can you see any of those two having a good match against Eddie Kingston?
Eddie Kingston's not a traditional wrestler. That's the
That's
problem. He's
exactly.
more of a scrappy wrestler. He's just
Also, if you want to go back to coming full circle, giggity, Ome- Omega and Mox never finished their storyline from last year.
True. So
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're gonna get Omega standing behind Mox instead of Mox standing behind Omega. Yeah, It's gonna happen. And I'm okay with it. Do you think Omega takes the title off Mox, or does he go, if I don't win this match, I'm never challenging for titles again?
No, I think a villain comes in and interrupts the match.
Did a villain, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, look what I'm wearing. Nice shirt.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, and by the way, another
Oh,
thing.
oh, oh, oh,
Another
oh, oh.
thing.
Sorry, Dad. Sorry, Dad.
So I follow a lot of the AEW wrestlers on YouTube, like Miro. I follow Evil Uno, Cutler, everything like that. And a couple weeks ago, I was telling you about that game Among Us, where it's like the 2D, it's like a hide and seek game, whatever. Um, this past week, they play every week. This past week, they had an additional player. You can only have 10 players in the room. They had an additional player to make the 10th. You're not going to believe who the 10th player was.
AJ Styles.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Adam Cole.
Nope. 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 Adam Cole and what's his name? Xavier Woods always play together. Brody King.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. All right. You hit that out of left field. I didn't fucking see that one coming.
I'm saying AEW will always keep you on your toes. I'm telling you. Man.
That's interesting.
I'm telling you now that especially with Marty Scurll not on the roster anymore. Ooh. Maybe they interfere in the tag match at Full Gear.
Ooh, I feel like you just wrote the story for Cody. Cody was at a blank space and he's like, what do I do? Oh.
Can you imagine? Okay, let's see the Bucks win. The Bucks are celebrating. Lights go out. And you just hear whoop, whoop. And then lights come back on, and there he is standing with the umbrella and the fucking mask.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
When are we getting Jay Lethal, man?
Oh, dude, he's running his wrestling school in Tampa with David Mercury and Connor from the Ascension.
Really?
Yeah.
I always wonder what happened to Connor and Victor. I felt bad for them, man. I feel like they got that LOD fucking like treatment almost to where like, oh, here, you guys are the new Legion of Doom, and nobody can really fill those shoes, you know?
Well, I think what sucked was, you chop them down at the knees, no pun intended, because the guy that got his legs amputated, but
Fat Sting.
Yeah, you chop them down at the knees, but then like 2 weeks later, you repackage Rowan and Harper as the Bludgeon Brothers in the same fucking gimmick. Like,
yeah. And then the very next week, they wanted fucking FTR as leprechauns.
Yeah. I'm like, what?
Joke. And then people go, why do you not talk about WWE anymore? Ladies and gentlemen, that is a show right there. What a show. Good job. Give yourself a round of applause, everybody.
High five, guys. High five.
High five. High five. High five.
High five. Oh.
I high-fived my belts. All right.
I thought you were pulling them off the wall, and I'm like, no, you're a moron.
Do not forget, this show has been sponsored and brought to you by M&J Ecological. What? For all your pest removal, for your kids removal, get them out of the house. Ring rats, Will Austin, hello. No, man, this has been a great show. We do want to give a special shout out to Marcus over at M&J Ecologist. Thank you very much for sponsoring the show. And what is going on here? Why are people texting me? I'm in the middle of a show. Oh. My wife going, are you almost done?
That's what she said.
All right, boys and girls, this has been a fun one. Make sure you guys like, follow, subscribe with us right there on YouTube, and swallow us on Twitter at Paradox Podcast. Or wait, Podcast Paradox. Which one is it? Podcast Paradox. Isn't it?
On Twitter?
Yeah, Twitter. Where are they swallowing us on Twitter? Podcast Paradox? Yeah, Podcast Paradox.
Yes, it's at Podcast Paradox. Yes.
Yeah, Podcast Paradox. All right, guys, that is it. Thank you very much for tuning in tonight, and we will see you Tuesday. Do not forget, Tuesday. We have an interview Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
CCW's own Bruce Leroy. This kid is charismatic as you can find. Let me tell you something. I watched him this past week. Kid's fucking good, man. He's got some talent. He was mentioning WWE, and I'm like, bro, Impact is where to go for you, dude. He would fucking fit right in for Impact, honestly. So anyway, thank you very much for everybody for tuning in. Hey, Chris, say something stupid.
Something stupid.